conversation right here has much more to do with you thinking about national politics than it does the session in 2009 in Juneau.
Absolutely beg to differ with that. I've had the same fiscally conservative philosophy that's been a part of me ever since my PTA days in city council and mayor and then as governor. No, I'd be saying the same thing if you would have asked me 10 years ago that growing the nation's debt is a problem and self-sufficiency for a state and development of a state is the solution.
Are you engaged with the legislature as you were last year?
Absolutely, I am.
Do you have focus and priorities that you had last year? Can you talk about
I sure do.
As we go into the final week?
My priorities, state, working with the other branch of government there, the lawmaker that we're fulfilling the obligations, we're meeting the priorities of our constituents, and I believe that our constituents want us to quit spending so much money and want us to develop the resources responsibly in this state. That's my priority. It's been my priority since I was a candidate for governor. Nothing has changed.
And GF that you're going to back out. Where is that money? What is that money?
Now, keep in mind, we haven't talked to lawmakers about the specifics and where we see the $250, but there are replacement dollars that fit in the category of school major maintenance. We have a lot of public safety and justice assistance grants that legally items in, for instance, child care development block grants. Do you have some more specific on that?
Well, a big chunk, of course, Governor's Medicaid, and that's a specific element
that's about
of the package.
$138 million. That's a huge one.
Right, but I mean, in total, when you look at the total package of stimulus
so you're
dollars,
not in the 250.
Yes, it's part of
Okay.
We've never excluded the discussion of Medicaid. That's always been a part of our discussion.
Governor, in the Mat-Su Valley, people have had a big outcry against the Senate, like they're a political pawn in this with big cuts that affect them.
To the lawmakers and how they decided to go in there and cut, and if they harmed a region more than another region, why they did that. But I don't know why the Mat-Su would feel that they're a pawn. And
well, I guess they very little in the way of capital projects, and they say that some major projects. Like the prison, construction for the prison were zeroed out, and they didn't get their requests, and so they feel like they're being targeted because of the legislature's problems with you.
Right. To the prison.
The Mat-Su, of course, for the prison, the bonds did sell, and we do have the debt service in the budget for the prison.
Anybody would have cut out the prison.
There was a press release from John Duffy. Just saying that basically they got in the way of capital projects were minor road projects, and a lot of what they called legacy projects were cut.
So the lawmakers who perhaps cut those, have you spoke to them about why they did cut them? Because I can't speak to it wasn't to their thinking as they try to have this regional cuts. But go ahead.
Yeah, and as you heard in Senate Finance and as legislators have talked about the budget, they have not added legislative projects, so that could be what the Mat-Su is referring to. The only additions really in the CS were out of the cruise ship passenger funds, and those, of course, are limited. Those are really with the few hundred exceptions, there are very few places where they did legislative ads.
Lawmakers with their own individual projects have put in nearly $94 million in the cruise ship receipts, and they have their own projects there. But lawmakers haven't added their own constituents' projects in the budget yet, so it's up to them whether they want to put those in there or not. What they have come to us telling us is that they want to, and they've cut the budget that we presented to them, and I say, that's good, that's fine, then we're all on the same page here in wanting to scale back our capital expenditures.
Well, and propose it if you are fine with cutting that $500 million.
Because the price of a barrel of oil is only $47 today, and I'm not going to be one to assume that it's going to jump back up to 70 or 100 or anything else. I'm going to be as conservative as I can, and that's what I very candidly told lawmakers. I will always err on the side of wanting to spend less than more, and I've appreciated their efforts in slashing even our own budget.
Your major bills, the REGA bill and the ANGDA bill, aren't moving this year. What do you think about how the session is going for you?
Well, it's going very well, and these are huge, huge initiatives. These are historic for Alaska. Look at Gretzky, the joint utility. We've got